All right. I think we are live. Hey everyone, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Let's see. There we go. Wow. The backlight is a little bit brighter than it usually is. Huh. Good, sweet. Hey there, Miss White Swan. Hi Barry. Hi Geraldine. Nice to see you guys here. We're just gonna wait for a second for people to roll in. I hope everything went well for everyone last week. I know that tower card comes through pretty hard sometimes. Hi Janice. Hi Dennis. Nice to see you guys. Yeah. And it's really funny too, actually, because Janice tagged me in a post today that was also about the tower card. The tower card was for today, and it really got me thinking about some of that, about some of the things. Oh, hi Joanna. About some of the things that go along with those tower energies, But before everyone rolls in, I just wanted to show off my pretty picture that I made here. If you can tell, I made this with nail polish. It doesn't really do the shimmer effect as well. Let me tell you, this is all glitter nail polish and metallic nail polish. I had a lot of fun making it. So I try to put something cool in the background every time. Think of something different, whatever I'm going to. Put that back there. Okay. All right, guys. So I was thinking, okay, I've had a really interesting and good week. I remember telling you guys last week when I was reading the cards for myself and giving you an example that, I was a little bit worried about how hard it was going to be for me to get back into the routine of just taking care of myself spiritually. I really feel like doing meditations, like not overthinking and just binging on YouTube videos about my issues, my problems, things I want to fix, things I want to change, and so I really took a step back and just dove right into doing things that I used to do. And I cannot tell you how much of a difference it has truly made. Like, I basically picked up door dashing again for some extra money. And I totally forgot that when I go driving, it basically puts me into like a meditative type of state because, my body is busy doing the driving, paying attention to the road and getting it done. And at the same time, that is like when I get a lot of messages. That's when my guides talk to me a lot more, and I'm able to just process and download like new ideals and such like that. So I have a lot of new ideals brewing inside me, and I'm really excited about it. I plan on doing something to do with fairies. I'm going to do some type of course, or at least like a webinar, whatever you would do to put out about being a fairy being, and getting into some stuff like that. So I haven't quite come up with the name or anything yet, but I'm pretty excited about it. I got a really, really good feeling about it. I'm feeling really good inside myself. So I really hope that a lot of you had a similar experience over this past week, because I know the energies were supposed to be helping us get out more of our emotions in a more calm and cooling type of way. Now, for me, when it came to the tarot, the tower card, the thing that it got me thinking was, and I'll get to the readings in a second because I do not have long here today. As you guys know, I moderate for a couple other channels, and I plan on getting out of here before the stream on Remember Your Mission, Matthew Morgan and them. So I plan on getting off of here before they start, so that way I can participate in that too, that live stream. Hi there, Trevor. Hi there, a girl and her gong. Nice to see you guys. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else I missed. Oh, okay, cool. So, but I was thinking about the tower, and I was thinking, I think that the tower moment for me truly was, sometimes we build these towers. These are things beliefs that we're building something up, right? And then eventually, if those tower moments come, that lightning comes and it strikes, if it's not built on solid foundation, that's going to fall, right? So I realized that sometimes we build towers of fear. And I really think that was the biggest tower that I had been building for a while now. I didn't even recognize it, that this was, there were so many fears that I was letting get to me, and not having trust and faith in the universe, and turning away from the path of love and focusing more on the path of fear. So now that I've kind of gone back into doing some more self-care and more meditating, and it's just rolling in the things that I used to keep me happy, keep me strong and knowing who I am, they are coming back. And I'm feeling just so blessed and so grateful. And I'm just so happy to come here and share this all with you guys. Hello there, Jeanette. Nice to see you. Wow, from the south of France. Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool that we got someone from France here. Yeah. Hope everything's going well over there for you. I know France can get a little crazy too. So yeah, I've worked on taking down that tower of fear, and I'm focusing more back on love and the things that make me happy, and really finding the love in every moment, right? That's really what it's about, is trying to find where someone made a wrong turn, so to speak, and trying to get love, right? Like that's really what it all boils back down to. Okay. So since we don't have long, and I didn't really plan too much else out to talk about today, I just I've been so busy. Okay. And I did do really good. I did really great this week in keeping myself motivated. That's the okay. One more thing to say real quick. We did do a group meeting this past Sunday with the Blue Flame Collective, and I have to tell you, we came together to manifest for each other. And a lot of the things that I asked for, one of the biggest ones that I'd not thought to ask for before was motivation, and Matthew was the one that actually suggested that word first, and it really put that into my mind. And so that was part of my request. And I have to tell you, that is really the biggest energy that is rolled in for me, is motivation and determination. Okay, so I'm really hoping that it all happens for you guys too, all that your heart's purest wishes come true. I really am wishing that from me to you. Okay, as the blue fairy, I really hope that those come up to the surface for you, that you're able to recognize them, and then you're able to focus your attention on them, because what we put our attention on is what we manifest. Okay, so I'm really hoping that you guys will stay tuned to that justice prevails, and choose love. Choose love. Okay, choose to focus on, because light and love is like the same thing, right? I just remember last year, even this happened many years ago, this lesson came to me, but I remember talking about it last year in one of my streams, about that God talked to me one time, and he told me, that his love is literally like the light. It's like the light of the sun, and everything that you look at when the sun is shining on it sparkles and is vibrant with color, but when you turn your back on the sun, what do you see? You see the shadows, which exist only because the light is there. So what you need to do is turn back around and face the sun, because that's what I had done. I turned my back. I'm like, but these shadows are real though. These are the scary things, like, okay, calm down. Like, yes, those shadow things, those are real, but that doesn't mean that you have to focus on that. You can focus on the light. And so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so let's get on for the day here. My nose ring, always acting up. Okay. So if you haven't already, please like this video for me real quick. And if you could, share it out. And if you haven't subscribed already, please think about giving my my YouTube channel a subscription here. Sorry, I got pulled away by the chat here. Hi, Queen Victor. Nice to see you. Hi, Trevor. Nice to see you guys. Oh, yeah, I already said hi to you, Trevor. Sorry. Okay, so yes, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you to all the people who have been subscribing to my channel recently. I'm getting a few, they're trickling in here and there, so I'm really happy about that. Okay, so let's pick our fortune cookie for today, and then we'll get to the tarot readings, and then we're going to get on out of here. Okay, what's the message does the collective need to hear? This one. Okay, I'm running out of fortune cookies too. It looks like I'm going to need to get some Chinese food here again from my favorite place. Okay, what message does the collective need to hear? Give us a good one, guys. Give us a good one. Here we go. Okay. Let your social instincts off the leash and talk to all and sundry. Okay, this is an interesting one. Let me repeat that again. Let your social instincts off the leash and talk to all and sundry. Now, sundry is a word I'm not quite familiar with. So I might have to look up what that means. But I always like when I get new words, you know what I'm saying? Because the deeper meanings that are in those words energetically. So that's one definitely to think about. And I definitely have been talking a lot more because I've been out there, you know, delivering DoorDash to people. And it's been fun. It's been really fun. I actually really enjoy it. So, you know, to not do that, not do something you enjoy when you can make money at the same time on top of my tarot readings, which I really enjoy too, because I do still have those rolling in too, because I do the door dashing at night. Hi there, Emily. Nice to see you. And Chris, nice to see you too. Thanks for coming. Okay. So let's see. Let's do this one first. Okay. Let's do the Aquarian Tarot first, like I always do. That's my pattern. That's my routine. And if there's any questions or anything anyone wants to mention in the chat, feel free to drop it in there. Okay. Until then, though, let's go ahead and let's get ready. Let's get in here. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I feel like we're going to get a good reading. I feel like we're going to get some good cards, guys. Okay. I mean, really, it's got to be an up from the Tower card, right? It's got to be an up. Okay, so create another light. I ask that you please assist me. Giving this message for the collective. Please let the most pertinent message come through and let people know what it is that they need to be aware of for this next week's energies. For this next week's energies. For this next week's energies. Okay. Yeah, we got it. One more. One more little shuffle. Okay, there we go. All right. Next week's energies. For the next week's energies. What are we going to get? What are we going to get? Okay. Oh, hi, Fifi Jules. Nice to see you here. Okay. Pull myself out of it for a minute. I got to not pay attention to the chat sometimes. Okay, here we go. Okay, I can feel it. Okay, yeah. Yep. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Next week's energies. What's the message that the collective needs to hear? Wow, we got a return card here from last week, so we must still be in this phase. Okay, this was the card after the tarot last week. After the Tower, God. After the Tower, we pulled this card last week. So now this is the most prevalent energies. This is the first one that I pulled. All right, so Four of Swords. What's the Four of Swords? Okay, that is rest, meditation, taking a break, giving the words a break. Okay, it's funny because they just encouraged us to be all talkative, right? But now it's saying, okay, give it a break, maybe in social settings, but there's some particular subjects perhaps that needs to rest in order to for things to reset. Okay, that's like the feeling I'm getting from it. Okay, it's time for a rest and reset state. This isn't a major arcana card, so for me the energies don't feel as heavy and as impactful. This feels very much more of a transition type of energy. So let's keep going. Now let's see what else we got. Okay, give us a little bit more description on this Four of Swords energy for this next week's energies. Okay, so the reason we're resting is because we're in the middle of a timeline shift. Okay, like, and here's the thing, you're going to be constantly shifting timelines. Okay, depending on what it is that you're doing. All right, what choices that you're making and what you're creating in your life. For the Ace of Pentacles, the timeline shift that we're making here has to do with abundance, has to do with groundedness, has to do with things that are earthly in nature. Okay, so physical things. All right, could be signaling building wealth. That's the feeling I always get. And this card has come up quite a bit the past month or two, I would say. And for me, I really get a good feeling of like this is a slow moving timeline shift of luck and abundance and wealth. Okay, but it's like it's slow to move, so it happens. Probably it comes to a climax in August. That's the feeling I keep getting, that this is something that takes a little while to completely roll in, which would make sense with the fact that we're needing this break. Okay, we're needing this break. All right, because we're building something, right? We're starting from that foundation. That tower of fear is down, and now we're building something new that's going to be more stable and good for us in the long run. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the last card, though. Okay, what else do we need to know about these two cards? What else do we need to know about these? What else do we need to know, guys? Okay. We got the Knight of Rods as the last character coming in here. Okay. So this is something that is slowly building a timeline shift of new types of energies concerning the character that. Okay. So the type of energies that come in with the Knight of Rods is being someone who needs to be a doer and maybe less of a thinker. Okay. There's something before you. There's some goal before you that you want. All right. And to me, he's actually looking at this. You see that? He's looking at that new timeline shift, right? All right. So the type of energies that the Knight of Rods brings in is that they need something to follow. They need that shiny carrot in front of them. Okay. It's not necessarily that they even want that shiny carrot, because once they get it, sometimes they're just like, oh, I want the chase. It's about the chase for them. Okay. So perhaps this is a way that you could, if speaking on motivation, like I was a little bit ago, this could be the type of energies that are saying it's time to do less thinking and time to do more actions. All right. Set your goal. All right. And when you get to that goal, then set another one and just keep going and just keep building these patterns of stability and abundance in your life. All right. Which I think is kind of funny, considering I put that on my graphic, was that I put abundance energies rolling through. And so truly they are. Okay. So I don't really get a downside feeling from this guy, other than he can be a little bit, because he's not too much of a thinker and so much to do, he can be a little bit impulsive and maybe make mistakes in that regard. Okay. All right. I'm just going to feel into this a little bit more real quick. Okay, so again, it really lines up, that Four of Swords really lines up with that Knight of Rods energy as well, just because they're asking us to give something a rest, okay, to give some idea or something that we've been working on, possibly through thoughts, to give it a rest. Let this timeline of abundance roll in, this timeline shift, all right, and be motivated and be more of a doer and less of a thinker, and set those goals. Get yourself that shiny object that you want, that will drive you to do the things that you want to do in life and to have the life that you want to live. You know, so many of us, I know even for myself, I go through phases sometimes where it's just, I get into this freeze mode. And so I have a hard time, I sit there and I get stuck in it, because now I start beating myself up for the fact that there's all these things I want to be doing, for my children, for myself, that I'm not doing because I'm stuck in this freeze mode. And then that's like starts to create a cycle, you know what I'm saying? But if you just set that goal out, a little goal at a time, all right, that is really truly how you can build this stability and this abundance and this luck coming into you. And this is a very lucky card, so don't get that wrong. It's a very, very lucky card. Okay, so these are some really good energies rolling in for us for the next week. I really like those energies. They always come through for me. So I hope that resonated with some of you. All right, awesome, Queen Victor. I'm glad to see that. Okay, I'm just going to read just going to read some of the comments real quick and see if there's any questions. Okay, yep. Yes, Geraldine, I saw your comment. Yep, Joanna. Totally believe that one. Yes, hi, April. It's nice to see you here. Yeah, I'm glad you made it. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and switch over to the Adventure Time Tarot now. How am I on time? Oh, I'm doing great on time. I really was like, oh my God. I've kind of gotten into that habit where even when I feel like it's a short stream, it ends up being over an hour now, which I'm happy about. I'm happy about that. You guys know, if you've been here for a while, I look up to people that can do long live streams, so the fact that I'm getting better at it, I don't know, that makes me really happy. So here's one of my shiny carrots. Got. Okay, so a shiny carrot. It's funny because I was playing Minecraft with my children today, And my son, actually, we did find golden carrots. So I thought that was kind of cool. Okay. Throw that over there. All right, guys. Let's go on to the next one. Hi, Selena. Nice to see you here. Oh, here's someone. What is this? Gabber Beast TV. Nice to see ya. New person in here. Are there space arc UFOs being found all around the Earth? Okay, I see that's like a question that you have. Hi. Okay, are there space arc UFOs being found all around the world? I get the feeling there are, you know, I do, because immediately the second I tap into that, okay, I'm like immediately drawn to the Middle East. I see one like over in that type of area, like Middle East, like what is that? Eastern Europe. Okay, I'm seeing like so there definitely are. If I can be immediately pulled to that one, that tells me that there are. So yes. Now what they're here to do, I'm not really sure, but I'm sure there's ancient technology strewn about in places that we just aren't allowed access to. You know that the government buys up all the places that are fun, right? Just have to go there remote viewing wise. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our second collective card pull. All right. Okay. In the name of the one who created love and light, I ask that you please assist me in doing this reading for the collective. You guys know it takes me a minute for this deck, so hold on. I ask that you please let it be made known what we need to be aware of. The easy to read spread. Make it clear. Okay. Okay, I feel good about this. I feel really good about this. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Almost ready. Almost ready. Okay, what is the message the collective needs to hear for this next week's energies? Okay, for this next week's energies. Okay. Just tuning in real quick. Hold on. Like, gotta get it. Like, there's a feeling that has to like click in inside my heart space whenever I start to tune in. So I just have to wait for that feeling to click in, and then I can start. And it is right now. I'm just explaining that. Okay. Yes. Okay. Next week's energies. Tell us about next week's energies. Why? Why is this guy back? We got this one, the same card for last week's energy. So apparently, okay, so we had the Four of Swords last week for the Aquarian Tarot. We had this guy last week as well. So whatever energies, whatever things that were happening last week are still very much in play this week. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's very much in play. There's not a wrap up to whatever it is that is happening for you right now. The Hanged Man is a card where, and I'm just going to have to go over it again because that's what I do here. It feels weird though, because I feel like I've gone over this one so many times, but people are new here. Okay, I have to remember that. Okay, so for this particular card, when I go pull the Adventure Time Tarot, I always go into the character that they present on the card. Okay, so this guy is Fern. And we've talked about him before. He is Finn, the hero Finn from an alternate timeline, okay, that turned into the hero's sword for Finn to use in what would be like our timeline, let's say, okay? And so what happened to this version of Finn was that he got punctured by a grass sword that was demonically cursed, okay? And so this grass demon talked to him and basically cocooned him and said, like, hey, why don't we do this thing together? If you just let me have control, I'll make you a body, basically. And he's basically using Fern's life force in order to create a body for himself so that he can have experiences in a physical vessel. Okay, but the problem with that is that because it's like a demonic consciousness, it's in reverse. Okay, that's why Fern is upside down here. Okay, he's seeing things from upside down, which is truly the perspective that you see it from for most, that is the way they want us to see things from. They want us to have our values backwards, right? So this person in particular, whoever is bringing in this hangman energy, this person is just not seeing things from the proper perspective, and they're actually doing it to themselves in a way, because at any point in time, usually not in this particular case, because Fern did need help getting down. He was taken over by the demonic consciousness, but usually with hangman energy, the reason why we are stuck like this is because we're the ones holding on. Because we're the ones holding on to this perspective, and we don't want to see it from an opposite direction. But once we are willing to let go, okay, then we can see things right side up again. Which is, I would compare this to focusing more on fear as opposed to love. Okay, so seeing lack where there's actually abundance, right? So that someone is in this state of mind. All right, let's keep pulling though. All right, let's keep pulling. Okay, so this next week's energies. Tell us more about this hangman. Tell us more what you want us to know for this next week's energies. Boop. Okay. All right. We got the Queen of Coins. Okay. So this, okay, the Queen of Coins. This is also known as the Queen of Pentacles for other decks. Okay. In this particular case, the character on this card is the mother of the underworld, basically. Like, she's married to death, basically. So she is the other side of the coin when it comes to death and where things like need to go. Death is the character who makes sure that the souls go to the right afterworlds. Because there's more than one in Adventure Time. There's different numbers of afterworlds. So her husband is the one that does that, and she was the one that brought life into the world. Okay, so she takes things and she molds it out of clay, and then she gives it life, and it comes to ding dong. Okay, yeah, it comes to life when she gives it the kiss of life. Okay, so this is someone who is a manifester. This is someone who is creating something. More than likely something that is actually physical in the real world and tangible, because again, it's a coins, it's pentacles, so that's earth energy. Okay, it might be a little bit slower. She might be a little bit slower moving than some of the other queens, but that's because, you know, that's just the nature of Earth's energy, the earth energy. Okay, so if there's something that yeah, I'm just trying to feel into this a little bit more. Okay. She basically has to keep her eye on the goal. Like, you know how I was talking about keeping your eye on that shiny carrot, whatever, the sparkly object that you want to chase after. Like this, if you're creating something like that, okay, and if you're trying to get yourself to a certain place, like even with that timeline shift for the Ace of Pentacles, all right, well, then you need to have focus. You need to have determination. You need to have discipline. Okay, and this is something that I feel like is what this character is bringing forth for us. Okay, so definitely have someone looking at some things from the wrong perspective, and then we got this woman who basically doesn't even have time to pay attention to that. She basically has to focus on her job, which is to create something new, to bring something new into existence. All right, she is the master of creation energy. Okay, so let's keep going though, because I know this third card is just going to wrap it up for us really well. I just got a feeling. So yes, let's go ahead and pull this last card. Hi, Brad. Just want to say look real quick. Hi, Brad. Hi, Jose. Okay, and Cricket. Okay, so I like to make sure I say hi to the people, especially if I know that they've been here a few times. So okay, so let's pull one more card though. Okay, this is going to wrap it up. Tell us a little bit more. Tell us more about this. Tell us more about this for next week's energy. Tell us more about it. Dude. Okay, last but not least, we got the Eight of Wands. Okay. Okay, so with the Eight of Wands card, we got this guy. All right, he's from the Glass Kingdom. He's kind of younger. All right, he's a little bit, he's immature, but he's got an optimistic viewpoint. I guess I left my phone's notification sound on. Sorry, guys. It's going to keep going off in the background. Just think, every time that goes off, that's just confirming what I'm talking about. So, So anyway, this guy, he does have a little bit of a flaw. As you can see, he's got a crack up there. And he was actually made to feel really bad about that in the episode. And so that's why he went to go find, he took action. He was the only one willing to take action to try and save his glass kingdom from a monster. Okay. So, but I feel less, that's just telling more about the type of energy that this guy brings. But the thing about the Eight of Wands is can be a little clumsy. Okay, like the whole reason that he had to go find someone to rescue the kingdom from the monster was because he was clumsy and he thought he knew better, and he went and he took these actions, and it actually was the thing that released the monster to begin with. So the Eight of Wands energy is someone who is perhaps firing a bunch of arrows off into the air, and some of them are hitting the target and some of them are hitting people, and you don't really know because they're kind of being a little bit careless with how they're throwing their energies around. Okay, but ultimately, I think stay focused. Okay, stay focused. Okay, if you're taking actions and you're doing the things, all right. Like this guy, he looks pretty happy doing what he's doing. He's also a musician, as you can see. He's got his little guitar. He's inspired by music the most. That's actually what trapped the monster to begin with the first time, was the fact that they were able to use music to do that. So ultimately, yeah, I think that there may be some actions happening around you right now, some that are going to hit you well, some that are perhaps not going to hit you well. But stay focused on whatever it is you're manifesting, okay? And try to make sure that you don't get stuck in a perspective that maybe makes you look at the world reverse, maybe it makes you focus on fear instead of love, okay? Try to make sure that you do the inner work, right? To make sure that you're not doing it from a place of fear, that you're creating from a place of love and worthiness, because you are worthy. Okay. If there's anything that I can try to find a way to bring through, not only myself, but to share here with the people who come to my stream, is that you are worthy. You are worthy of love. It's okay to make mistakes. That's the other thing I thought about, Tower of Mistakes. There's literally a song in Steven Universe that I love, is a cartoon that I love, that I watch with my kids. And I love the music and I love the songs in it. And the thing that kept playing in my head was this song called Tower of Mistakes. And Amethyst, the character, she was beating herself up for feeling like she wasn't as good as the other characters in the show, and that she just keeps making mistakes. And like, how good is that? But it's okay, because we all make mistakes. That's part of being human. You need to forgive yourself, because even with your mistakes, you're worthy of love, and you're worthy of being treated fairly, treated kindly. All right. So I guess that's, I think that's really all I have for this message. See, yeah, I feel really good about that ultimately. I hope that really resonated with some of you. Keep your eye on the prize, on what you want to create, because it's coming. It's coming. Okay. All right. If anyone else has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at the live chat real quick. We have time to chat for a minute, because honestly, I don't really need to be out of here until 7. I don't anticipate being here that much longer, but I will still, oh, don't worry about coming in late, Cricket. That's totally fine. You can go back and you can just rewatch the replay. Oh, Emily, I love you. You're amazing. Oh, was that you? Okay. That was the notification sound telling me that the live stream I moderate for is going to be starting soon. So yeah, they always give it like a half hour ahead of time, right? Yeah, and he always goes like, he announces it to happen at 7, but it usually happens like 7:10. I kind of do the same type of thing, just because I want people to have an opportunity to get in there, like to relax for a minute. Oh, thank you, Queen Victor. I appreciate that. Oh, hi, Brad. He said, I was at the Mount Shasta Venusian conference a few weeks ago. How was that? I've always wanted to go to Mount Shasta, actually. I almost had an opportunity last summer, but it was too close to the other conference I was going to, so I didn't get a chance to make it. But I've heard the energies at Mount Shasta are amazing. It's hard for me to believe that it's actually been 2 years ago today that I went to ECETI. And I only know that because I have this app on my phone. It's called Time Hop. and it shows me all the posts that I've made every year to the day of whatever day it is. Okay. And so that was the other mountain that I highly suggest if people get a chance to go see, Mount Adams at East City Ranch. It's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful place. Mountains are alive. Mountains are beings. When I flew in, okay, to East City, when I flew in there to Washington, I believe it is that I flew in, I could see the mountains, and like they had their own personalities to them. You could literally connect in with them. Okay. And it was absolutely an amazing experience. So I can only imagine what Mount Shasta is like, because I know that there's some things going on around there. Okay, let's see. Just checking the chat here. Yes, definitely. If you can get some crystals from there, definitely do that. Lots of Lemurians at Mount Shasta. Yeah, I bet. You know what would probably be a really good stone to connect with the Lemurians is it's a blue stone. I'm trying to remember what it's called now. It's quite expensive. It's from the Bahamas area, has a lot of it. Shoot, I wish I could remember it right now. What is it called? Wow, I can't believe it's like oh my gosh. I feel like it's called Lemurian something. Like, but it's a really pretty blue. It's got little white crackles in it. So if someone knows what I'm talking about, you can throw the name in the chat of that crystal. Because usually when things come like through like that for me, it's because that it's like a suggestion for you from spirit. Okay. Yeah, is it a Lemurian sea crystal? Is it? Gosh. Ooh, pyrite. Miss Liz is talking about pyrite at Mount Shasta. Yeah. Yeah, I can totally feel you on that one, Brad. They are seriously living beings. Like, it's just amazing. Think about that. Choosing to be, yes, Lorimar. Yes, Hope got it. Hope, thank you so much, lady. Yes, it's Lorimar. That to me, for some reason, really clicks in with Lemurian energies. That's like a good stone for it. Mm-hmm. Yes. But yeah, no, I know what I was saying now. Imagine being a being, okay, having your consciousness, your particular consciousness, get to a point where you choose to be a mountain. A mountain. How stunning. How absolutely stunning. Oh no, you're all good, Miss Liz. You're all good. Yeah. Oh, really? Most people think of it as Atlantean. Atlantean. That would make sense considering it's over there, wouldn't it? Well, maybe they're trying to suggest that you need to tap into some Atlantean energies as well, my friend. Gabber Beast, because that was suggestion was for you. So definitely. Okay. Labradorite deposits are amazing. I love my Labradorite. That's my favorite stone. You can kind of see the little flash in there. I've had this for like some 10 plus years. It's my favorite necklace. It reminds me of Aladdin, that's why. It reminds me of Princess Jasmine in the crown piece that she had. And I was obsessed with that movie growing up, so don't laugh at me. Okay, guys. Let's see. All right, cool. We're good on time still. Yeah, well, yes. Well, we could spend a whole live stream just talking about different crystals we love, guys. I have no doubt. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I think we might have come to the end of the line here. So I guess all I want to say as we are going to wrap it up and head out the door is, if you want to come hang out with me and keep hanging out with this group, which I'm sure a lot of you are already going to be headed over there, go on over to Remember Your Mission, okay, on YouTube. And that is where I'm going to be after I get off of this stream. Oh, wow, a new name here. Hold on. The Noisy Alley Cats. Absolutely love that freaking name, dude. Oh, you're awesome. That's a great screen name, though. I really do like unique screen names like that. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. I see Selena said goodbye already. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. Find me over at Remember Your Mission, but also find me next week. Okay, back at my channel here. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Hit like. Share it with some people. Ask them to subscribe and follow me. Okay, so we can get this thing going. I'm going to be here every single week doing these readings and doing my little talks. Oh, Sandra, nice to see you. I don't know if I saw you earlier, but I do now, lady. All right, I love you guys so much, Geraldine. I love you guys. I love you all. Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, I'm heading out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm clicking end the stream. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing weekend. And I hope these energies really do calm down for everyone and that abundance starts rolling. And that is my wish for you. My wish for you all. God bless you guys. Bye. Mwah.